Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of a new series on the Random Ramblings channel, The State Of, where I talk about the state of various things. In this case, it's once more the state of professional wrestling. Now, continuing on from where we left off in episode 1, I promised you I would watch Backlash and to determine how I felt about John Cena's heel run. It is now October 2025, and I have watched Backlash. And I have in fact watched all the main matches of John Cena's career, Night of Champions, SummerSlam, and his subsequent turn back to the light side of professional wrestling. And I have to say, despite everything, it actually worked. John Cena cheating to beat Randy Orton, R-Truth coming back after being fired, which I believe was legitimate, Cena's pipe bomb revenge against CM Punk worked like a charm, and CM Punk's promo, mocking John Cena's Doctor of Thugonomics persona, was brilliant. Night of Champions was very good. The ending to John Cena versus CM Punk was excellent. This very subtle storytelling where you had John Cena, I think, actually, you want to get technical, he turned face, or it wasn't quite a full face turn. It was more Vader refusing to kill Luke in Empire Strikes Back, if you will, because he objected to Seth Rollins' interference, trying to screw over CM Punk. He attacked Rollins. He did embrace CM Punk, and then he tried to kick him in the testicles, just like he did with Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber. Punk blocks that, goes for the GTS, Cena counters, hits him with the belt, attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3. I may be getting the finish wrong, but you get the point. Or rather, Seth Rollins screwed over Punk. I think hits him with a curb stomp, and then Cena dumps Rollins out of the ring, 1, 2, 3. So Rollins does the dirty work as the heel. Cena capitalizes like any decent heel, yet he still got attacked and destroyed by the Vision stable, Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, under orders of Rollins, obviously, after they tried to interfere seemingly on Cena's behalf, which Cena objected to. Now, John Cena's promo with Cody Rhodes, where he feigned that he couldn't compete at SummerSlam, stating there was a Netflix movie out, trying to be transparent, trying to be the good guy. He wasn't snarky, he wasn't arrogant, he came across like a good guy, but obviously you can tell he's trying to weasel out of it like any decent heel, and Cody Rhodes calls him on this. Cody then attacks Cena. Cena tries to retaliate, whips him into the steel steps, throws him in the ring, but then Cody counters and splashes Cena through the contract table and forges his signature for the contract signing match at SummerSlam between the two, which he makes a street fight. It pays to read the fine print, kids. Now, the next week on SmackDown, John Cena comes out, still a heel, and he says to Cody Rhodes, "You assaulted me, you forged my signature. I told you I wasn't ready for a match at SummerSlam because I was emotionally exhausted, and you did all this to me, and I have one thing to say. Thank you." John Cena then proceeds to turn back to the light, basically completely negating all the work he's done over the past 6 months by basically saying he went along with someone's stupid idea because it was to make professional wrestling great again. And it did do a great job in TV ratings and viewership and so on. And he was so focused on wanting to be remembered because he did want to leave with the WWE Championship. His exact words were, "I was so focused on how I'd be remembered tomorrow, I forgot how stupid I was acting today." And with that, one promo, John Cena, who had been booed by 3/4 of the fans, yet embraced by the very heel crowd that had booed him excessively over the past 25 years, because those people finally loved the badass heel John Cena, because this is the side of Cena his critics have always wanted to see. They didn't want to see the WWE version of John Cena, the watered-down white meat babyface. They wanted to see John Cena be real, be a badass, be an asshole. And you know what? That's what we got. This is some of John Cena's best heel work, promo-wise, on the mic. It's been fantastic. Have his matches been stellar, 5-star classics? Of course not. But then again, that's not who John Cena is. Because he doesn't have to be that way. Cody Rhodes responds to this by saying, "Welcome back, John Cena." Then SummerSlam rolls around. Cody Rhodes has the chance to hit John Cena with the championship. He goes for it. He misses. John Cena gets the belt, throws the belt away. And then Cody Rhodes capitalizes. Cody cutters John Cena through the table, wins. They embrace. Cody leaves. Once again, the WWE champion for the second time in his career. And John Cena is brutally attacked by Brock Lesnar. Wrestlepalooza rolls around. Brock Lesnar absolutely destroys John Cena. Brutally. We see flashes of the old John Cena. The never back down, never quit John Cena, but it's not enough. Now, do I believe this is John Cena's last match with Brock Lesnar? I am hoping not. I am saying to you right now, I believe the two of them will have one final match at Survivor Series where John Cena goes over. But then again, it could be their last match, which would be disappointing because in the wrestling timeline of things, John Cena has only ever beaten Brock Lesnar once. That would be at 2012's Extreme Rules, where Brock Lesnar returned in his MMA persona and the beginnings of the Beast incarnate. And John Cena hit Brock Lesnar with a chain and the Attitude Adjustment to win that match, which was fine, but everyone was expecting Brock Lesnar to just destroy Cena, which I think is the very path they took and why they keep having Brock Lesnar destroy Cena in all their subsequent encounters, because Brock Lesnar is a beast incarnate. In 2014, he's the guy who ended the Undertaker streak, which should never have happened if you ask me. And then 2014 SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar destroys John Cena in decisive fashion, which makes sense. There's always one guy that a top star can't beat, which makes sense. Except for that one time. I mean, The Rock had Austin. Undertaker had, Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart had the British Bulldog. And Shawn Michaels, Owen Hart. All these great wrestlers, there was this one rivalry that ultimately defined them, or several rivalries, if you will, but there's always one guy that they can't beat. Or if they do beat them, it's just one time out of a couple. I mean, look at the Rock and Austin trilogy. I mean, that ended the right way, the Rock going over in the third and final match. WrestleMania 19, often considered one of the greatest WrestleManias of the modern era. And let's not forget, Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle in that match. They really hyped up the amateur wrestling background of Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, something that you wouldn't hear of nowadays. Because nowadays Brock Lesnar is an MMA fighter. He's an former MMA champion. He's the beast incarnate. No one really talks about his amateur background, which I think is a mistake. Brock Lesnar can do it all. He's so versatile. The legal controversy aside, which again is a very controversial problem with those who are his detractors, but that is another issue which I won't get into because legality, it's a mess. And I'm a wrestling fan. So, did it all work? I'd say on the whole, yes. Because you had the haters of Cena who finally embraced him as this badass heel who loved him for being bad. You had the normal cheering fans who would normally embrace Cena and loved Cena be heartbroken. So it was a role reversal, but it worked. You had fans who normally hated Cena love him, and then you had fans who loved Cena who hated him. But then again, when Cena turned back, everyone cheered for Cena. Everyone cheered for Cena. And also, one thing that I think did work to get fans to hate Cena was on the Titantron. It was all blank, except for his name, John Cena, and his theme music. And every time the chorus hit, fans would chant, "John Cena sucks! John Cena sucks!" Almost to the level of "You suck" chants at Kurt Angle in 2002, 2004, which actually worked like a charm. So fans knew Cena was playing the bad guy, but they loved him for it. Like I said, the promo work was excellent. His matches, hit and miss. I mean, I like the fact that he finally beat Randy Orton in their last match. He beat CM Punk in their last match, and You can't write this stuff. R-Truth being fired and then him having a match with R-Truth, John Cena, I mean, on SmackDown after R-Truth gets reinstated, and then he attacks R-Truth and then attacks CM Punk, and then Punk is through the table. And keep in mind, this is exactly mirrors the pipe bomb in 2011 when R-Truth was a heel, attacked John Cena, speared him through a table, and then CM Punk delivered his pipe bomb to Cena. 2025's John Cena's revenge pipe bomb. He attacks R-Truth, he attacks CM Punk, puts CM Punk through a table. The irony is brilliant. And contrary to what fans think, it wasn't a shoot. Punk's promo on Cena wasn't a shoot. It was a work. It was completely approved. It just came out as if it was a shoot. It was, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there were a lot of, pent-up feelings and stuff that were real at that time for Phil Brooks, the guy who played CM Punk. That's the point. And I'm sure that John Cena, delivering his revenge promo, there was a lot of truth in what he said too. That's why you have so many people who latch onto these things. It's not because they want to believe wrestling, it's not because they're idiots and they believe everything they're told. It's because there's enough truth in it, in what these people are saying, to make them believe that the storylines have more impact. That's how you have what I'd call reality-based promos or work-shoot promos. That's when they work. It's not when you have a Russo-style promo that is so over the top, blur the lines so much that you think, okay, cool, we're working the boys and we're going to make everyone believe, the boys and the fans. And boys is actually a wrestling term for meaning, wrestlers in the back, boys and girls, men and women, I should say. So it's all the work, it's all, this stuff's fake. It's so overblown that people don't take it seriously. That's the problem with Russo booking, I should say. Anyway, let me wrap this up because we're over 10 minutes now. I think it worked. I would like to believe John Cena faces Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series as his last match and he goes over, because I'd like to believe that John Cena is one of the few wrestlers to go out going over, similar to The Undertaker at WrestleMania against AJ Styles. But who knows? Let me know down in the comments, who do you think John Cena's last opponent will be? Did you like his heel run? What do you think they should have done differently? And do you think Cody Rhodes will finally turn heel before next year's WrestleMania? Will we get the match, The Rock versus Roman Reigns? Or will we get a babyface Cody Rhodes finally against The Rock? Something that was teased at WrestleMania 40 in the tag match, which may very well be The Rock's last match. And if it was, that was a good match. What do you think? Thank you for listening. Leave your comments down below. If you're a first timer here, thank you for listening. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And this will be a series that continues, hopefully. And thank you for your support. Stay safe wherever you are. That's all for now. I'm Daniel, your host. Goodbye.